welcome to the Intern Whisperer Live, the show all about internships and how to excel and do well. This is Abby.
This is Isabella. A reminder to our listeners, you can call us live on the air. The phone number is 407-582-2906. You can also chat with us online through the Intern Pursuits Facebook Live chat. So I'm pretty sure, Abby, that your grandmother's going to be listening to us.
Oh, yeah. My grandmother is always listening.
She's a big fan. We love your grandmother.
Fan.
So go ahead, Abby. What's the next thing?
All right. Coming up this episode of the Intern Whisperer Live, we have Intern Pursuit updates, end of semester, looking for internships, hashtag What I Learned story, our guest Claudia Helm, previous intern with Starter Studio, and Abby's movie update.
Yeah, I added that to the notes. You didn't know that one.
No, that caught me off guard. I did not know
and
we were
what
doing
I
that.
need you to do is also add a link in these show notes and also over there in our feed so that people can go and click on it and watch your video and vote for you and Khalil and the rest of the team.
Will do. Thank you.
All right. So
a lot of surprises.
How do people find us? Intern Pursuit is on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And if you click on any of those links, you'll find them in our Facebook. But you can also go to the website and click on those links and find us there. You can go to Intern Pursuit Game, and we're on Facebook and Twitter. Or you can listen to us live on mixlr.com/Valencia College Radio and follow Intern Whisperer. We're on 5 podcast channels, people: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, and Podbean. So people can find us all over the place.
They have no excuse.
They have no excuse. I agree. You can listen and watch us live on Facebook, Intern Pursuit, and you can call us live on the air. Again, that phone number is 407-582-2906, and you can chat with us online through Intern Pursuit's Facebook Live chat. Okay, Abby.
All right, it's time for our first patron of the night, RB Advisory. RB Advisory offers cybersecurity services to businesses worldwide. They are security specialists for cloud, computer, network, and compliance issues. RB Advisory addresses active threats to organizations, patching network vulnerabilities, and preventing future attacks to your business and information. Their website is rbadvisoryllc.com. Thank you, RB Advisory, for being a patron of the Intern Whisperer Live.
So, spotlights. I'm going to talk about Intern Pursuit updates. So, I had applied to Rise of the Rest, and I'm really sad to say, while Intern Pursuit did not make it in there, some of our friends from Starter Studio did. Big shout out to Educate and Pangea. They did, along with 8, the six other companies. So that's exciting. Really proud of them. Rise of the Rest is an event where Steve, I forgot his last name. Anyway, he started AOL, and you know what? I know his name. It's the pressure of being on the show. Case, Steve Case. Anyway, he is taking a tour bus. He's driving around the country. He is actually doing competitions where startups can go and apply. If they pick you, you get to go up on the stage, and you're vying for $100,000 investment money.
That is a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. So if there are any students that are looking for internships, we invite you to come and apply to be a student influencer, a brand ambassador. We need graphic designers, we need writers, we need video, we need people that want to be on the radio with us. We always need all kinds of talent, so you are not limited. But we have job descriptions for student influencers and brand ambassadors on our website, and you can be a superhero and join our team. And we are also inviting employers of all types and sizes to be part of our early adopter beta program. We have 8, and we're having 6 more spots.
Ooh,
yeah.
You're expanding the pool.
I am. Just 6 more spots. And they'll come in, and they'll be testing out our platform and telling us how to make it better. So we invite any small, medium size, it doesn't matter what the size of the business is. Just come on in and find out more information. Contact me, Isabella, at internpursuit.tech for more information. And so now we're going to go over to our guest, Claudia Helm.
Hi.
Hey,
There
nice
she
to meet
is.
you.
She is just finished her internship with Starter Studio. She was over there. She's going to get to tell us all about what she learned. So I'm going to let you start off our questions here.
All right. Well, first of all, nice to meet you. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course. So let's start off easy. Where did you go to college or university?
I go to Valencia West Campus, and I'm just in my graduating semester. So in a few weeks, I'll be graduating, which is exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you guess where she's from?
I don't know. Scotland? I'm kidding. I'm guessing England, yeah.
Yeah, Hertfordshire, High Barnet.
Yeah, I don't know where that is.
It's a little cul-de-sac in Hertfordshire.
Very nice.
Wow. How long have you lived here in Florida?
It will be 7 years in October.
Oh, wow. So you've been here a little while. I just recently moved here myself. I've been here for a little over a year.
Okay.
My family's from Puerto Rico.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, summer all year long, as they say.
Yeah, but you guys have mountains in Puerto Rico.
We do. I am actually from the mountains. But it's just...
How high is the mountain?
Oh, they're very high up. It's just not... There's no snow, and it's like being in the beach, but in a mountain. It's really cool. It's a tropical island. A lot of fun to be had.
Is that a volcano island?
I believe it was formed thanks to an underwater volcano, but there are no volcanoes. Thank the Lord, because if there were, I don't think there's enough space to run away from it. It's such a tiny dot in the middle of the Caribbean.
That's true. That's true. All right. So, Claudia, what was your major there at school?
I have one. I have an AA degree in general studies, and I have another. And my current degree at the moment is an AS in hospitality and tourism.
Yeah, hospitality and tourism. And so you were working down. You and I met, and I was asking if you'd like to come in and work at Starter Studio.
Yeah.
And that's where you've spent 240 hours. You've learned a lot of skills, and when you and I went over your resume, we talked about some of those skills. But I want to stay on track just a minute. Well, actually, that is the next question. What was the key takeaway from that whole experience? Just one thing, and then we'll talk about your skills. Do you think that you gained like more confidence? Or I know that you wrote a blog article, and you told me about 3 things that you learned from this whole experience.
I learned a lot about socialising with different members within the office space.
Yeah, that's right.
So I got to meet everyone and learn all about their companies, what they did, what they do, what they're hoping to achieve with their company, which is really inspiring to me because
your family is they're entrepreneurial, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was kind of a real connection for you because you're going, well, my mom and dad, they have their own business. What do they do?
My parents have a property management company,
Property
vacation rental.
management.
Oh, wow.
Vacation rentals, is that like in houses or?
Houses, yes.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like apartment, like you guys have a whole apartment complex or something.
No, vacation housing for holidaymakers.
Is that based here in Florida? Or,
Yeah.
Here in Florida?
Yeah.
She's in Kissimmee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do a lot of the guests, this is totally off topic, we weren't even there, but do your guests that rent your house, do they come from England?
Some people come from England, some come from Canada, snowbirds to escape the
So
winter
it's very
weather.
international too.
Yeah.
Do you get to meet those people?
It depends. I have met some of them, yes.
That's pretty interesting.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Vacation rental, it's sometimes, I think, similar to Airbnb, but, you know.
Probably better.
I would hope so. Airbnb is, you know, where you're living in somebody else's house, sometimes with that person, but sometimes they're not there. And so you kind of feel like you can run around and do what you want in the house instead of tiptoeing. I think that would be a little bit.
I've never been to an Airbnb or a vacation house. I don't travel much, and if I do, it's mostly just hotels, motels.
You know, when I went to Portugal, it was an Airbnb, and it was in, I guess it was a house that was converted into, you know, everybody had their own room. But the owner lived in one of the rooms down in the basement, and everybody else was in the room, so it was a little bit different. But I enjoyed my experience. They fixed us breakfast. You know, there was My room was always maintained beautifully. It was very, very nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so that was one of the skills that she learned is being able to, socialize with the people. What do you think the second thing was that was really a good takeaway for you, a skill that you acquired? You remember how you were telling me about giving the tours?
Oh, yes. I was terrified of giving the tours at first. I was so nervous. I was like, what if I say something wrong?
But you remember what I told you? Nobody's going to
no.
know. They're there to visit. They don't know if it's wrong or not.
Yeah. So as I did more tours, it became easier to give tours to people because, for instance, the phone booth, I was able to make that connection to Doctor Who. Back home, so it's easier for me to remember that. Oh, the phone booth. It looks small on the inside, but once you go inside, it's really big. You have a lot of little office space in there for you.
Yeah, and I use that one of those phone booths. It's like my office, right?
Yeah.
If anybody's trying to find me, they find me in which phone booth was it that I usually stayed in? Do you remember?
It's number 2.
It's number 2. Yeah, there's 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I've been here for a while and I've never been to Starter Studios.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to come.
You should.
Maybe you can give me the tour.
Well, her last day was yesterday.
Oh, right.
But she might come down and visit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm sure. I've already been asked already to go down and visit.
Yeah.
That sounds
They
wonderful.
might very much like her to sit at the desk though, because she was. You had a really big accomplishment that came out of giving a tour. Do you remember?
Yeah. One of the potential clients who I gave a tour to, he signed up for the dedicated desk program, which is $375 a month.
Oh.
So I managed to get him onto that membership
Who was
program. I
Do you
can't remember
remember?
his name, but his company is Whatever Systems.
I don't know who that is. I'll have to go down and meet them
Yeah.
so I can make sure I get introduced to them. Yeah, so when part of giving a tour, just so you understand and our listeners, when people come in hospitality, they're there to make all of the guests feel welcome. They also are there to make sure that they can give tours, explain what Starter Studio is, and it's like a tongue twister, Starter Studio. Try and say it fast, 3 times. Starter Studio, like you stumble
Starter
over the
Studio.
word. Yeah, you should stop showing off. So anyway, the goal is it's a sale, and you want to be able to sign up members, and so she did that, and
Wow.
we have the community area. We have 4 different types of memberships on the community area, like 12 days and 8 to 6 Monday through Friday. 24/7, and it's in
Access.
community, and then we have dedicated desks, and we also have offices that people can rent. But it's all of this food membership comes with snacks and coffee and tea, and there's beer on tap. And what else do we have, Claudia? The printer.
We have Wi-Fi as well.
Yeah. We have the educational programs, the
Yeah,
lunch and learns.
Yeah, they were really popular.
People can come to any kind of meetups that we have in the evening too. Tonight, the meetup is Internet of Things. So there's a big meetup at 6:30, like right now. It's going to be starting. And if you have anything that's of interest, this was super fun. On Monday night, were you here when they did the pop-up, the So Far?
No, I wasn't. I missed it, unfortunately.
So they have a walking tour of art that's throughout the city that people can do third Thursday, and you drop in at different offices and see art. But something new that just happened, this was super cool. It's called So Far. You sign up on Instagram. Once you sign up, you get a notification where they're going to be that month, and it's just a random pop-up in any kind of really cool space. It's blankets and pillows, and it's real hippie-like, I'm going to say. And there's 3 different sets of music, and they take an intermission between like set 1 and 2 and set 2 and 3. But people with families, and they were like little kids, and they're all there just to listen to different genres of music. And it was really, really interesting. Liked it very, very much.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That
they've
sounds
done it
right up my
twice there.
alley.
It's called
Just share music?
S-O-Far, F-A-R.
And you just jam to some music?
Yeah,
relax,
just sit and it's
Listen.
real chill kind of music. It really is. Some of it
hot
is
cocoa, coffee, just...
jazz. They were actually having wine and
Oh,
beer.
okay. I thought about wine, but I was like,
No, they can have it because they brought it in. Yeah, they brought it in. But
That sounds interesting.
nonetheless, pretty relaxed. Two other parts of Starter Studio is the ideation program.
Yeah, it was the Ideation and the Seed Accelerator program.
So how much money? Because they just closed the Starter Studio seed funding, I applied to that one. They're going to pick 10 companies to come and pitch, and from the 10, they pick 5 to be in the program.
Wow.
It's really competitive. I
Yeah.
heard that there were 75 companies that applied. And I think that
a
there's
lot.
even 90 now because, like, I submitted my application last night before midnight. That's when it was due. I had to look. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did the spreadsheet for all the companies who
Really?
applied, yeah.
Insider information. Now, when she did that spreadsheet, I wouldn't have been on there because I submitted it. It was at 11:35
Okay.
p.m. Yeah, so it was pretty close to the wire. But if you get in that program, you get 6 months of programming. It is 6 months. You get a free desk. And then at the end of the 6 months, you also get to pitch before investors at an investor, like a Shark Tank kind of a thing. And then you also have monthly milestones and sales goals. So they really help to ramp the company up, and this is one of the things I love about Starter Studio. The ideation program, you remember what that one is?
Yeah, that's the one where you have an idea for your company and then they help you expand it and let you grow. And then you have demo day at the end, which was a lot of fun.
You went to that.
Yes, I did. That was my favourite thing that happened during my internship.
Why was that your favorite?
Because it just me seeing everyone's ideas and what they want to do and how they want to go forward with it. And was really inspiring, and seeing how they want to help the community, even in Florida, with like travel.
Yeah, we had
Health.
Anishai. I just found out I've been saying her name wrong. It's Anishai, and I was saying Anisha. So it's Anishai, and hers is grand openings. And then we have Ken, who has Vohisu. Yep. And then we had Batteries.
Yeah.
And we have Marco's company.
Yeah, Grazie. Yeah. And Jonathan's was XM Docs.
XM Docs, and XM Docs won 4th place at Rollins Venture Pitch.
Wow.
He got
a lot
some
of
money.
creativity going on in there.
Yeah, there's other companies too. There were some I know that we've left off. I don't have all of those names, sadly.
Is there a criteria for these companies? Or
What do you mean by a criteria?
An idea, like, is there like a restriction? On
You
idea,
bring
so
in
you
your
can just
own
come up with
idea.
it with
So if
whatever?
you had an idea and you wanted to be able to see if it had legs under it, you could apply to Starter Studios ideation program. And if you got picked, you would get to come in and learn the business model canvas, the strategizer canvas. You do lots of customer discovery to see, would people pay money for this?
Okay.
You know, are you actually hitting the pain points of what a real need is in the market?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Starter Studio is a near and dear place, co-working space, programming and accelerators for anybody that's a startup, and they just closed the seed round, so hopefully I'll have good news.
Good stuff.
Because I think it's next. I have to look at my calendar, but I think it is the 8th. Yeah, it's supposed to be the 8th of April when they say who's going to come in and do the pitches. Yeah, so
Interesting.
Yeah.
we'll see.
Good stuff.
It is. All right. So, what was the third thing that you would say is the best skill that you got from your experience?
Time management. Time management was the one that really helped me, like, make sure I focused on task and make sure I wasn't falling behind.
One of the things that I think that she's very, very good at it was communicating. Also, I'm going to give her some props for that, because she would make sure if she was running behind, if she was going to be a little late, she would tell us. She even came in on spring break and worked with us.
Yeah.
We
Look
were
at
like,
you.
yeah, that's a gift, believe
That
me.
is a gift.
Yeah.
I took a vacation.
Yeah.
Like everybody else did, so kudos to you. You're responsible.
Thank you.
Yeah, and she even offered, it's like, well, what are we going to do? And she said, well, if you need some help, I'll come in and help. So that was
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super nice. So one of the things that I'll also recognize Claudia for is that I really saw her grow because, like she was saying before, she was a little bit nervous, maybe a lot nervous, about giving the tours. But she's brave, and she overcame that and actually conquered her fear.
Yeah.
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 So, okay, staying back on track here. You got to help me, Abby.
Yes,
Stay on track.
we are on question number 3. You want me to go ahead and ask that one?
Well, I kind of, we're still related there. Go ahead.
Right. What skills did you acquire from your internship that have helped you prepare for like a job?
I would definitely say going back to time management again and social skills, because they're big skills that you need, especially in hospitality and tourism, to make sure that you're on task and you're not falling so behind that you're going to be in trouble. And you want to socialise with people to make sure there's a bridge between you, that there's no bridge between you, so you can communicate with each other, like if there's a problem.
Finding solutions to it, and time management is important. That's the skill that I've acquired while being here as well.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I've seen you grow a lot. I know I've seen her grow a lot. So it's always about that. And I think it's important to remember everybody, regardless of where they are in their life, age, amounts of experience they have, everybody can always improve, always. So that's the key takeaway on that one. What did you learn in school that you actually applied in this job, or you think you would apply in your next job? And it's what you learned in school.
Okay. I would definitely say organisation, especially in terms of when you're in college, you have stacks of homework, so you need to make sure you prioritise it and make sure it's organised so you're not falling behind.
I really kind of think that you're an organised person to begin with. That was something I noticed about you right away. Yeah, but definitely, she improved on her organization, sure. And anybody that is looking for an employee, they do want to know you're organized, so I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you work remotely on anything that we did? I think that there were some things that you did, because you were given some writing tasks, I think, by David when he was there.
Yeah, when David was there, he showed me how to write a blog and a press release, which was really exciting for me, because I never wrote them before, so I was just like, oh yes, I get to write something. This is so exciting.
So I asked her to write her What I Learned story, and she sent that to me. I'm going to be putting it up on the Intern Pursuit blog page, and it's going to be going out on social media along with a picture. But just so our listeners know, they'll be able to also see this really great picture that we took with this beautiful color wall behind us. And that's what else is going to be going out on social. So she's sharing her What I Learned story here with us, but it's also going to be available in print.
Interesting.
Yep. What did you find really challenging about the either working remotely or during the internship that you had to be able to overcome?
Just trying to think. I think it was definitely, especially for me, because I was so nervous meeting everyone, because I never knew, because I had to put myself out there and say, like, hi, I'm Claudia, I'll be helping you. And everything else it was just really frightening, because I'm a very shy, introverted person.
Yeah, but she really has a lot of fans down there at the office, because first off, they loved her accent. I know that was the case.
That's always a win.
And that made her stand out even more. And they said that she was very, very inviting and very warm.
I can see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Excuse me, got something in my throat. Okay, you go.
All right. So, how has the experience helped you with your confidence, critical thinking, and all-around communication skills?
I think the experience has definitely helped me, especially when Andy helped me learn about budgeting.
Oh yeah, you had to do the food orders, right?
Yeah, and she showed me how to tell the difference between two of the same products.
Comparison of the products and make sure you're finding the best value.
Yeah, and making sure that you're going below a certain budget, because you don't want to go over, because you won't have enough for next month.
That's right.
As well, so that's a big.
Yeah, it was
big
huge.
thing.
Yeah, I would agree, and that's a good organization skill. Definitely, I've seen her again, I'm going to say in confidence. I've seen that really blossom for her. But the ability to do the budget, I think people are so afraid of numbers and like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I have to work with this instead of just going, oh, I can just spend anything.
I am one of those people. I am terrified of numbers.
I don't think you're alone. I would say that, if somebody is not in finance and accounting, they're usually terrified of the numbers. And it's so funny because I think everybody should take an accounting class so that you can learn how to put together a budget. I think everybody should take finance so you can do projections and go, well, how much do we forecast that we're going to have in sales? Everybody should take economics. It really just ties directly into that accounting and finance side. Those are all good skills to have.
Yeah, I took a basic accounting class for my hospitality and tourism.
Was it, did you guys work with QuickBooks or did you do it in Excel?
We did it on we had to read the textbook and then answer questions from it.
Oh, so they didn't have you work like exercises in Excel or enter data into maybe QuickBooks? I know that Valencia offers because you graduated from Valencia, they offer a QuickBooks class.
Okay.
And it's like you can get certified in it, and if that's something of interest to you. But for most students, I don't think that they know that. And it was very reasonable fee, but you can learn how to set up an accounting system and then also do payroll and then pay bills out of it. So, but it is available.
Yeah, I'm doing an introduction to Excel class at the moment, so I'm in my last few weeks of that, so I'm learning all about numbers and everything.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're learning how to do some formulas, I would guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those Excel formulas.
I know.
I do not miss them.
But it's going to be really valuable when you guys have to do a budget.
For
You're
sure.
in film. You're going to have to do budgets.
Yeah, I guess.
She's over here in hospitality and tourism. You're going to have to do budgets. You
Yeah.
need to know it. Yeah, because you got to figure out, okay, we're going to have an event, and how much is it? And the budget is $10,000. You got to break it down into those line items and go, how much are we spending on flowers and music and table linens and all of that good stuff. Anyway, I digress. All right. What piece of wisdom would you pass on to somebody else that is considering an internship? What do you think is the real value there for them?
I think the internship definitely helps you prepare you in your first step towards your first job. And it definitely helps you to basically learn how a business works as well. So.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I think that you can decide as a student, you either like this job or you like the industry that it's in, because Claudia her family is property management. And that's pretty close to the same thing that we're doing down at Starter Studio. It's, we're showing people the place that we work out of, and you have to show property to people that want to rent it. You have to be able to make sure that the building is, the property is maintained. We had to do that there.
Yeah.
You have to make sure that the person is happy with the property. So pretty similar backgrounds that are going on there. So I think that's the biggest takeaway another big takeaway is that she did something that really correlates to what her family does.
Yeah.
So that's valuable. Did you use any scholarships? Because first off, she's an international student.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously from England. Were there any scholarships available for an international student that you were able to apply for even?
I did. I didn't apply for any scholarships.
Yeah, I didn't know if there were, honestly, because usually they're for United States citizens, but I didn't know. So you guys had to pay your whole ride, your family, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that can be, I don't know how much it costs to go to Valencia. I know it's less expensive than going to UCF. I know that. So obviously if you have family support, that's really key.
Yeah, it does help a lot.
All right. Well, Abby, we're going to go and take a patron break.
All right.
So if you'll go ahead and share that.
All right. Our second Patreon for the night is Simplicity Solutions Group. Simplicity Solutions Group specializes in web design, development, hybrid mobile, and custom web apps built on proprietary application framework. They help businesses thrive in the digital age, from web design to records management software. Their website is simplicitysolutionsgroup.com. Thank you, Simplicity Solutions Group, for being a patron for the Intern Whisper Live.
So we're back with our guests, Claudia and Abby. Oh, and we get to hear our music again. That was nice. Go ahead, do it.
All right, why not? I really do like this music, which is why it was intentional.
It's
I
very
played it
nice.
again.
Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going to give a shameless plug here. Sophie Lloyd, who is also from England, she is the student that has created that music. It is from our game, Intern Pursuit the Game. She is working on additional music for our another planet that we have in the works. It's Venus. Just so our listeners know, and we're going to have some additional music that's coming onto the show. I'm going to guess in the second quarter. Like, I'm going to say June. Yeah, June. That's when we should have some more music coming
Look
out here.
forward to that.
I know. I love her music. She's so...
It's really good.
And this is a interesting fact. She's just recently, she's 16, and she's going to be turning 17 soon, but like a 16-year-old. Right?
Wait, she did the music?
Yeah.
What?
She goes to a conservancy. She's like really, really talented in music composition. And she goes, I'm so sorry I don't know the name, because I bet if I knew the name of the school, you would know it, Claudia.
I don't.
I'm really confident that you would know it, because it's a very well-known conservancy, music conservancy in England.
Okay, I'll have to Google it to
You
make
know,
sure
well,
I get
no, I'll
it.
send it to you, and I'll
Yeah.
ask you if you know it, because she put it in Slack. I just have to go find it.
I still can't believe she's 16. That's like very
I
well,
know.
like that's very good music.
She's been a guest on the show, and when she was a guest, I swear she's. I feel like I'm so illiterate. I'm going to say her vocabulary and the way that she would word things was just so impressive. And then you've got that amazing accent that, you know, it's just like, oh my gosh. It automatically makes everybody sound like they're 10 times, you know, more brilliant than the rest of us. Yeah, that British accent is everything, I'm going to say. Anyway, okay, so back on track. Who are some inspiring and or great mentors and leaders that you admire or have influenced your life? Now, keep in mind, they can be your family, they can be friends, it could be your dog, it can be people living and dead, famous people that you don't even know. So who would you pick?
I would definitely say my family.
I knew this was coming.
They are a massive influence on me.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I know that your mom and dad are just everything. They're your biggest fans, but I think you are one of their big fans too, right?
Yeah, always cheerleading them on.
Yes, they are. Yeah,
and also my elder brother as well. He's my biggest influence.
What does he do?
He's actually training to be an accountant back home. So
well, then he can help you with the Excel that you're taking in class. That's a huge advantage. He's there.
Yeah, he's a real smart cookie.
Yeah, is he here?
No, he's back in England, but he is one of my biggest influences. And
how do you guys keep in touch?
Through WhatsApp and FaceTime.
Wow, you guys use WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Wow, people here in the States don't use that. I thought we use it a lot in Puerto Rico. I'm glad to know it's...
Yeah, but she's not from here. She's from another country.
No, I thought that WhatsApp was just a Hispanic thing.
Oh, no.
Because honestly, I've never met anybody outside of Puerto Rico that uses WhatsApp. That's interesting.
Okay, how many people do you know that are outside of Puerto Rico?
A lot.
Okay, good.
My entire family's from kind of outside of Puerto Rico.
No, I mean like from other countries. This is what I mean.
Oh, I know a couple of people.
Do they use it?
No.
Really?
I know people from Mexico, South America, Spain.
And they don't use it?
No. They're like, hey, I'm like, hey, you want to keep up through WhatsApp? What's that? And I'm like, oh, come on. So it's good to know someone else is using.
Okay, that's really what I meant when I was saying, you know, other people use it. It's from other countries. I think everybody I've met from any other country uses it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see it as much internally here, but definitely because there's an advantage. It's free. It's easy to use. It's not like Skype. It's just like.
It's way better.
And it's quicker.
It is way better. I agree. Anyway, so special shout out. What's your mom and dad's name and your brother?
My parents are Jim and Adrian, and my older brother's Thomas.
Very nice. So, sending special love from, the sister and the daughter here. Okay. So what are some of your hobbies and your interests? So now we're going to go on to a totally different side, something fun. And I bet I can guess what one of them is.
I already know what the answer's going to be. I love watching movies.
Oh, I was going to guess
Yeah.
totally wrong. Okay, now you're talking over here to Abby.
You're speaking my language now.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
good.
is
I
in
can-
school for film.
I'm a film major, so I'm a huge film geek. What's your
Okay.
favorite movie?
So you better ask her, Abby. I know you're going to.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh, Sabrina with Humphrey Bogart, Audrey Hepburn, and William Holden.
Oh my
I
God,
love
she's
that
old
film.
school. Is
Yep.
that black and white?
Yes, it is.
Oh my God. And Sabrina, I've never seen that movie.
You've never seen it? It's
No.
It's so good.
It's a classic.
It's a Cinderella story.
I
I haven't seen it yet, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness. Okay, now I'm
Interesting.
properly shamed. Just so you know, I'm going to go and watch the movie.
Thank
Over the
you.
weekend.
Please
I
let me know
will.
what you think of it.
I think it's available on YouTube, right?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, I'm going to look it up. Because how old is that movie? Do you know?
I think it's 1953, 1954. I think it's 1954. Just
It's black and white, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just after she did Roman Holiday, which won her the Oscar.
I haven't seen that movie either. So you're a classic movie girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Citizen
Ghostbusters, Back to the
Kane.
Future.
So I'm going to
Wizards.
give you one of my favorite movies is The Princess Bride.
I love that film.
Okay, so see, that one's not black and white, but that's
Yeah,
such a sweet
so
story.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could quote anything from it.
I know, I agree. Yeah.
I'm yet to watch it, so.
Okay, well, I don't know what's going on there, but you better ask him what his
Yeah.
favorite movie is.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite film?
Oh, wow. Well, I have a bunch, but since we're keeping it like old school, like my favorite black and white movie from back in the day, Citizen Kane.
Ah,
That's a good one. I have seen that one.
And
haven't
also
seen
anything from Akira Kurosawa.
I don't even know who
I
that
don't know
is.
who
No,
that
okay,
is.
it's interesting black and white movie, mostly from Japan.
Okay, say the
but-
name again.
Akira Kurosawa.
Is
It's a
that-
Japanese director. Have you ever heard of a movie called The Magnificent Seven? It's a western.
Yes, I
Yes,
have.
yes.
Well,
okay, now
like
see.
his first movie, he was the original creator. It's called Seven Samurai, and then The Magnificent
Okay, I
Seven
know that
took
one
inspiration
too.
from Seven Samurai is Akira Kurosawa
Now I've seen the remake of the Magnificent
with Chris
Seven.
Pratt. And
Yeah,
Morgan
well, I
Freeman,
saw
yeah.
that one, but I saw the one before that one.
Oh, yeah,
too.
there's like three.
Yeah, and they're all good. Have you seen that movie, Claudia?
I haven't seen a remake, but I have watched the old one.
Is it black and white
No, it's the
color?
colour
Yeah,
version.
because
yes.
it's been in black and white, it's been in color, and then it's been in color again, and then there's the Akira Kurosawa version. So there's like four.
Mm.
So it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, gosh, black and white movie. Let me think. I don't know if this one counts, but because I think it's when they brought color in. But The Wizard of Oz.
Love that film.
It's really
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It starts
like-
black and white, and
Yeah.
it's from Kansas, and I was born in Kansas, so
Of
I'm a
course.
girl. And they'll go, "Oh, you're Dorothy," and I go, "Yeah, whatever, yeah."
Yeah.
So anyway,
Good
yeah.
stuff.
Good stuff on the movies there. Okay, so I will go, and I've heard it's really good, Sabrina. And what was the other one you said?
Roman Holiday.
Roman Holiday. Is that a love story
Oh, I've
also?
heard
Yes,
about
it
that one.
is. Both love stories.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go and watch them.
Interesting.
Probably not at the same time, but I'll text you and let you know when I've watched it and
Yes,
go, oh my God, you're so
please.
right. Because those are iconic actors, and
Yeah.
I mean they're so
It's so
What?
different the way they act, yet you can see the
Yeah.
passion in the way
Yeah.
they deliver their lines.
I mean
really
it's
cool.
just like real acting. It was just
Mhm.
oozing.
It looks great. I love black and white film. Even films that are made nowadays in black and white, I love that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And also Audrey Hepburn's costumes that she got to wear in both films were so pretty to look at. And I'm inspired by her
And
fashion.
those hairdos, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're so gorgeous. Okay, so what is one other hobby or interest? Let me see if I know what it is in my head, but the movie totally took me off in a different direction.
It's going to be writing.
There we go. I was
Cool.
right. There we go.
What are
You
you
should have been
writing?
writing.
I write loads of different types of stories. Whatever inspires me to write, I just have to write it.
That's
Yeah.
really cool. I do
And-
a little writing myself too, mostly just film scripts. But I tend to write short stories. I wrote a poem once that 2 people liked, and then I never talked about it again because I can't write poetry. But people who can are immensely talented. That is an art. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, I don't want to go too far from the film, so we're going to take a little pause here. But he made a a film that has won an award.
Oh,
Can I
congratulations.
say that?
Thank you.
Yeah, I can say
It
that.
won 2 actually. But yeah,
it
you're
won 2.
allowed to
Okay,
say.
let's talk about the film that you did at UCF and what it's about, and just tell Claudia all about it and our listeners.
All right.
And
So,
your grandmother, she should be listening.
she should. Well, I did a short film for a film festival called the Campus Movie Fest.
Oh,
And
congratulations.
it participates on nationwide. It goes to many different campuses across the nation. And they just tell you, hey, make a film in 7 days and we'll screen it. If it's good, then you get to compete nationwide. And me and my friend said, let's try it. And we did. And we won here at UCF. So we get to go to Atlanta, Georgia this summer to compete
When? What month?
nationwide.
That'll be exciting.
On June, end of June.
Okay.
And it's going to be a huge event. There's going to be a lot of people from Sony, Coca-Cola, a lot of big companies. I'm guessing Marvel is going to be there, people from Marvel. And since we won the awards here, we get to have a little discussion with these people and just network.
Do they pay your way for you to go?
No. They're not that nice. But
There's not a budget, I would guess.
yeah,
That
but
must be
I'm
it.
excited. And yeah, just to tell you a little bit about the film, it's sort of like a futuristic sci-fi romantic, depressing type movie. It's it's about the main character. He recently lost somebody, and he's trying to pursue this software/drug that allows him to relive the happiest memories that he had with this person, but it backfires. And instead of reliving the happiest memories, it's malfunctioning, and he just goes through a really bad memory, like the moment that he lost her. So it's very bittersweet. It's a very depressing movie.
It's short, too.
It's also short. We try to cram up a lot of story into it. But yeah, if you ever want to see it, I can send you the link.
Well,
Yeah,
it's going to
definitely
be...
send
oh,
me
it's
the
going to be in
link.
the, of course.
It's supposed to be in here, so we can share it
I
out
will
there.
add it.
Yeah?
Promise.
Okay, okay. And so if he... Not if. I'm going to say when he wins from Atlanta,
Oh my God.
then he goes, because I'm trying to help him to see that vision, then he goes to where?
I don't know if you've heard of the Cannes Film Festival in France.
Oh my goodness, yes.
So if we win, then we get to go to Cannes,
That'd
and
be
they'll
sweet.
screen our movie there, and that would be surreal if it
It would
actually
be
happens.
amazing.
That's going to change his life. Now, his roommate was one of the guest hosts here also, and that's how I met Abby, is because Khalil was an associate intern, and then he asked me about Abby, and that was really huge. I got to have, both of them. But they did this film together with another person, right?
Yeah, Carter Bridges. He's my
Okay.
buddy. We met not too long ago, and he was a big part of the film. Probably the film could not have been made without him. So
Yeah, so we want to recognize all those people.
of course.
Okay,
Thank you for that little spotlight.
you are very welcome. Claudia, you shared something that's very personal, and I want to make sure that we get to share that because this is really a place to be able to inspire other people. You have a disorder. What is it?
It's called Asperger syndrome.
And what does that? Tell our listeners what that is.
Asperger syndrome, it means that it takes you slightly longer to understand a task, so you just have to make sure. So when I was at Starter Studio, I would say if I was doing a task and I finished it, I would show them what I did to make sure that I was doing the right thing. Because I always just wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing it wrong, and if there were mistakes, I could correct it and everything else. And I like to, for me, my Asperger's are very organised, so everything has to be a very specific way.
It's not a bad thing either.
No, I'm the most organised person you'll ever meet.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yep, I would agree with that. And so a lot of people, because it falls under a mental disorder, there's a perception and a stigma. And I think it takes a lot of courage to be able to share that. And people, they aren't going to know what you have or you don't have,
No.
And so I give you crazy amount of applause and just thank you for sharing that, because it's not anything that we should tuck into the closet. Everybody has something that they're struggling with, and everybody, if we would just say, oh, this is what I have issues with. It could be depression. It could be that you can't hear. Like I have a hearing loss on the left-hand side.
On my right side.
Yeah. We all have something, and if we just open up, people will go, oh, everybody has something.
Yeah.
Makes us more compassionate.
Yeah. Also with Asperger's as well, I'm high functioning, so some things were scary. Some things I had to try for the first time, like going on the train on my own, there and back. That was scary.
How many weeks went by, or how many times went by before your parents let you go on the train by yourself? Your dad, really, more than your mom?
A few weeks, I'd say 2-3 weeks, and after a while I said, I think I'm ready. So I was really proud of myself when I got on the train home. I bet your dad it was kind of bittersweet for your dad too, because he's going, oh, she's growing up. Oh, she's growing up. I think it was both of them. It wasn't just my dad. It was both of them.
Yeah. And I think it's the same for you being on this show, right? Because they're going, oh, my God, she's going to be on the show. Oh, she's going to be on the show. Or she's not a baby anymore. So they're super excited for you. Your mom, I know, and your dad have been some of your biggest fans. And I've had the privilege of meeting them, and they're wonderful people. Anyway, I'd love to have them also as an extra set of parents in my life, because I love my parents, but it's always nice to have extra parents. All right, so we have just a few more minutes. England, what's the best food that everybody should eat? Is it really fish and chips?
Yes, it really is.
No way. Why?
I mean, that sounds like that's something you have to have in England.
But why? Why is it so good?
It's a tradition. It's just
is it super crunchy fish?
Yeah, it's breaded fish, but it tastes so nice. Like, you have to go to a proper fish and chip shop to get it. Otherwise it won't taste.
What are the chips? Because I'm used to French fries, and I'm used to American potato chips. What is English chips?
English chips are French fries.
Yeah.
They look like French fries.
Yeah, but it's actually
American French fries?
Yeah, they're exactly French fries. We just call them chips.
Oh, okay. I thought that maybe they were like the potato, but they were cut. Like, round like a chip, and then they were fried. No. They were just thick chips.
I know French fries, they call them chips. And
I did not know that, so I just learned
something. They're really thick as well, and they're so delicious.
Like as fat as your finger, or fatter?
It depends.
Okay, you have tiny baby fingers.
I have baby fingers.
Okay, let's look. Okay,
let's look
my
at
man fingers.
Okay, my fingers are way too big.
No, those are man fingers. They're supposed to be
about that size.
Okay, so that's a good chip.
But that's a proper good helping of chips, so you'll get full really quickly.
Do you eat it with you put malt on it? Or vinegar?
It depends on your own personal taste.
I wouldn't want to.
I don't put it on my chips.
Do you use ketchup on your chips?
Yes.
In England?
Yeah. Well, I put mine on the side because I don't want it to be all over messy on my chips.
Okay, that's fair. I just didn't know. And these seem like silly questions, but I
it's interesting. I know to try fish and chips.
Have you been to England?
I have not. I want to though.
I have not either. So we're living vicariously through you. Okay. Is there something else that you would recommend? Okay, please don't tell me it's something with blood and stomach lining. Haggis, right? And that's not
haggis
blood.
Is Scottish, I'm pretty sure.
It's Scottish, but do they eat it there too? Or whatever it is that you eat that's all of like the organs.
Dessert, something sweet maybe.
There's something with heart and liver and not lungs. Heart, liver, I don't know. Kidneys, kidney pie, that's it.
Oh, steak and kidney pie. Yeah, you have that for dinner. Like, you can get that in a supermarket.
Oh, I don't know if I'd want to eat kidneys.
And also you can get it from a fish and chip shop as well.
So. Okay. I'd eat the fish and chips. That would be true. All right. What's the thing that we should absolutely see when we go to England?
I'm going to say Buckingham Palace because of royals.
Oh, Buckingham Palace.
Oh.
I didn't think... I was thinking it was going to be Big Ben. But, you're absolutely right. It should be... Have you ever tried to make the guards...
No, I'm too scared to go up to them.
I know that people go up there and they, try to mess with them and get them to do something.
Yeah.
I would not do that. Very
I know.
disrespectful.
It
So
is.
they're trying
You
to
know
do their
what?
jobs,
Yeah.
That's the key word, disrespectful. I think that's the thing. And I think people think it's funny, but it's,
I mean, I would take a selfie with them, like from afar, like hi, and then that's it.
I don't know. Are they allowed to smile?
I do not know. I just have to find out for you and let
Okay,
you know.
that one I'd like you to find out for me. Yeah.
Maybe you can ask one when you go to England.
Yeah,
Just approach them.
that's true.
Can you smile?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if they're allowed to talk. I know that they're not supposed to break rank. It's kind of like the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, and those military officers, not officers, but the military that watch guard over it are all of the branches of the military, and they are there through snow, through rain, through everything, all kinds of weather. And there had to be, I remember reading this, it was an act of Congress when there was a hurricane which allowed them to not have to be outside when the hurricane was there, because they were, it was a safety concern that, they might have been seriously hurt or carried off in the hurricane. But, they didn't want to do that. The military, none of these soldiers wanted to do that, because that's part of
very patriotic.
Yeah.
it
Kind of
is,
the
and it's
crazy,
respect, serious respect.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on down here, we're going to have to be signing off for our show. So, Abby, I'm going to let you do the red, where we give our shout out to.
All right. Quick shout out to Valencia Community College East Campus, our state-of-the-art broadcasting studio, our great atmosphere, knowledgeable staff, fantastic environments to produce in, easy equipment, and very easy to learn how to use. Thank
And
you,
who do we
Q.
always? There we go.
We can never forget about Q.
We love
our
Q.
station manager. We love him. He's the best.
He
Okay.
is the
I'll have
best.
to
We
meet
love him. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. He has his own show. It's All My Homies. We'll give him a special shout out there too. All My Homies is the shout out. So we're going to be giving out our own shout outs. Abby, who's your shout out for?
As
I
always,
have not seen your grandmother up
No, I'm worried. I'm going to have to call her afterwards.
here. She didn't know, maybe. But she's, you know what? She's listened to the show when you're not here. So yeah, you better call her.
I will. Quick shout out to my friends and family. Also, shout out to you, Claudia. Thank you for being on the show. It's been great.
Thank you.
Okay, Claudia, you're up. Who is your shout out to?
It's going to be my parents.
Of course.
And my
And Thomas.
And Thomas as well. Otherwise, I'll be in trouble.
Oh. Do you have just one brother?
Yes.
Okay. All right. No sisters, right?
I have 2 half brothers.
All right. Well, we'll give them a special shout out too.
Yeah.
All right, because feeling the love there. Okay, so my shout out goes to the software team, the game team, Abby. Congratulations to Matt. Matt is no longer with us. He has moved on to a paying job in film production and editing. So we could not be happier. That's the goal of anybody that's doing an internship, is to be able to move to that next level and get the word intern dropped off of your job description. So how do you contact us? 321-422-2166. That's our phone number. info@internpursuit.tech. You can follow us again on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and I'm forgetting a social channel somewhere. And you can listen to us live on mixlr.com/Valencia College Radio and follow the Intern Whisperer. And then lastly, you can watch us live on Facebook.com/Valencia College Radio. And as we close our show, we want to tell you thank you to all of our listeners. We just appreciate you listening, and follow us on our social channels. Okay, go ahead and take us out, Abby.